Angel Reese just poured in 22 points and ripped down 13 boards, yet she still walked off the floor as the night's punchline. Washington's 103-86 smackdown handed Chicago its 6th straight loss, dropping the Sky to a bleak 7-19 and raising a brutal question. Are Reese's monster numbers masking a team in freefall? And if you thought the final score stung, wait until you see what happened in the very first quarter. July 29th was supposed to be Angel Reese's comeback night. She dropped 22 points and yanked down 13 rebounds, but the Washington Mystics torched Chicago 103-86, stretching the Sky's skid to 6 games and sinking their record to 7-19. Chicago's experimental zone looked more like an open invitation. Washington piled up 52 paint points and shot over 50% while the Sky were outscored by 11 during Reese's minutes on the floor. Coach Tyler Marsh admitted afterward that his defense offered 0 paint protection, a brutal assessment that left fans wondering if the rookie's double-doubles are just window dressing on a leaky foundation. But the embarrassment didn't end with the scoreboard, because one Mystics starter had a message for Reese that the whole arena could read next. 4 minutes in, Mystics center Shakira Austin bulldozed past Reese for a lay-in, then slid her hand just inches above the hardwood, the universal too small jab. The arena roared, ESPN ran the clip on repeat, and it was trending on X before Chicago even inbounded the ball. But that humiliation was only the warm-up act. 2 rookie teammates were about to turn the Sky's paint into their personal playground. Washington's rookies stole the show and, frankly, the Sky's lunch money. Sonia Citron erupted for a career-high 28, while fellow first-year phenom Kiki Iriafen piled up 22 points and 10 boards, making them the first Mystics rookie duo ever to notch 20-plus each in the same game. Their 50-point detonation came mostly at the rim, turning Chicago's zone into confetti and leaving Reese lunging at shadows. And if you thought that defensive collapse looked ugly on TV, wait until you hear what Chicago's own coach said about it next. Coach Tyler Marsh ripped the Band-Aid clean off. Chicago's downfall is paint protection or the lack of it. The Mystics racked up 52 points right at the rim, and Marsh admitted, "We didn't do a great job of protecting the paint today, and that was the difference in the game. It's tough to win games when you give up 100 plus. Over this 6-game nosedive, the Sky have surrendered triple-digit totals in 4 contests, while opponents are shooting better than 50%, sprinting through their zone like an airport express lane. Reese's nightly double-double might dazzle the box score, but until someone slams that lane shut, every rebound feels like empty calories." And just when the locker room mirrors were fogging up with self-reflection, a certain Hall of Famer grabbed a mic and poured kerosene on the debate. Candace Parker lit the fuse on her brand new Post Moves podcast by dropping a tier list that shoved Angel Reese into the C tier, beneath veterans she claimed could actually carry a franchise. The 3-time champ praised Reese's glass-cleaning hustle, then dryly asked, "What scorer are you taking off the floor for her?" The bite was unmistakable, and social feeds exploded before the episode even finished streaming. Hours later, 2 a.m. to be exact, Reese thumbed out a 12-word missile on X. Clout is one hell of a drug. Like, it really gets to a point. No tags, no names, but everyone knew the target. Fans split into rival camps faster than a jump ball. One side roasted Parker for punching down, the other claimed Reese's double-doubles were empty carbs. The back and forth turned nastier when Parker revealed trolls had even targeted her teenage daughter, proof that this feud had burst clean off the court and into real life. Yet in all the noise, one comparison kept surfacing. If Reese is stuck in C-tier limbo, how did fellow rookie Caitlin Clark leapfrog the line and change an entire franchise overnight? That contrast, and the ratings boom it triggered, is exactly where the story heads next. Caitlin Clark stepped into the WNBA and flipped Indiana's script from cellar dwellers to ticket office darlings. In her very first season, she dragged the Fever to their first postseason berth since 2016, snapping a 6-year playoff drought and jolting a roster that had won just 9 games the year before. The Clark effect didn't stop in Indy. The Fever shattered league records for home, road, and total attendance, while national viewership jumped 15% across ESPN's platforms, proof that fans tune in for wins, not just highlight reels. On the floor, the contrast is just as loud. Before a groin tweak sidelined her in mid-July, Clark was averaging 21.6 points, 9.2 assists, and 6.4 boards, orchestrating an offense that makes teammates look like all-stars. Her 13-assist masterclass in a 102-83 rout of Dallas and a 32-point flamethrower against New York showed how one rookie can bend an entire defense. No midnight subtweets required. So while Reese racks up double-doubles in losing causes, Clark's box scores come stapled to W's, sold-out arenas, and surging ratings. Which stat line really matters? The one that stuffs a sneaker deal, or the one that drags a franchise back to relevance? That debate is exactly where we're headed next. Numbers never lie, but they don't always tell the whole story. Angel Reese has stacked a league-leading 17 double-doubles, including that 22-point, 13-rebound night in Washington, yet Chicago has tumbled to 7-19 on the heels of a 6-game slide. The disconnect, gaudy stats versus grim scoreboard, has supercharged the conversation. Hall of Famer Candace Parker fanned the flames by slotting Reese in her podcasts, pointedly asking, "What player are you taking off the floor for her?" Hours later, Reese fired back on X. "Clout is one hell of a drug, like it really gets to a point." X, formerly Twitter. The exchange ignited a running debate. Is Reese building a legacy or just a brand? Compare that to Caitlin Clark. Her 32-point comeback game drew 2.2 million viewers, ESPN's third most watched WNBA broadcast ever, and league viewership is up 15% this season, largely on Clark's surge. In other words, Clark's numbers are stapled to wins and ratings. Reese's, at least for now, are stapled to losses and late-night subtweets. So which matters more, box score brilliance or franchise-level impact? That's the question hanging in the air. Angel Reese's box score brilliance has become irresistible clickbait, but numbers without wins are like glitter on a cracked backboard. They sparkle, then fall away. Until those double-doubles start tilting the scoreboard, the defining image of her rookie year might be Shakira Austin's too small taunt replaying on an endless loop. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's stat lines come bundled with sellouts, soaring ratings, and a ticket back to the postseason. So here's the real question. Will Reese's hustle morph into hardware, or will she be remembered as the player who grabbed rebounds while the season slipped away? Drop "me bounds" in the comments if you think the numbers are masking deeper flaws, or type "sky high" if you're betting on her rise. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell, because the next chapter of this rookie rivalry might be the most explosive yet.